The next sutta, 22.79, at Savatthi, the Buddha said, monks, those ascetics and Brahmins who recollect their manifold past abodes, that means past lives, or recollect the 5 aggregates of clinging, or a certain one among them. What 5? When recollecting thus, monks, I had such a body in the past. It was just body that one recollects. When recollecting, I had such a feeling in the past. It is just feeling that one recollects. When recollecting, I had such a perception in the past. It is just perception that one recollects. When recollecting, I had such volitions in the past. It is just volitions that one recollects. When recollecting, I had such consciousness in the past. It was just consciousness that one recollects. Stop here for a moment. So here the Buddha says, the ascetics who are able to see their past lives, those who have psychic power, when they look into their past lives, when they refer to themselves in the past life, they always to refer to themselves as that body, that feeling, that perception, volition and consciousness. So they always refer to the 5 aggregates as themselves. And why, monks, do you call it body? It is affected. Here it says, why do you call it form? And it says, it is deformed, monks. Therefore it is called form. Deformed by what? Deformed by cold, deformed by heat, deformed by hunger, deformed by thirst, deformed by contact with flies, mosquitoes, wind, sun and serpents. It is deformed, monks, therefore it is called form. Let's stop here for a moment. The Pali word for form or body is rupa. And here it says it is deformed or affected, is rupati. So body is so called because it is affected by the environment, can be changed by the environment. That's why it's called body. But another way of defining body is that which the seeing consciousness is aware of. It is the body, is the object of the eye organ, the external object, the eye organ. What the eye consciousness is aware of is body or form. And why, monks, do you call it feeling? It feels, monks, therefore it is called feeling. And what does it feel? It feels pleasure, it feels pain, it feels neither pain nor pleasure. It feels, monks, therefore it is called feeling, Vedana. And why, monks, do you call it perception? Sanya. It perceives, monks, therefore it is called perception. And what does it perceive? It perceives blue, it perceives yellow, it perceives red, it perceives white. It perceives, monks, therefore it is called perception. Stop here for a moment. This word perception, sanya, it means perception means we have a certain conception. For example, we think the color is blue or yellow or red, but somebody else who might be colorblind would perceive it differently. So, for example, like you perceive that this lady is beautiful or that man is handsome, but somebody else may have a different opinion. But the Chinese translation is xiang. Xiang is more of thought, right? So it's not a very good translation. So because here it says it perceives blue, yellow, red, white. So you can understand it is a perception rather than a thought. And why, monks, do you call them volition or conditioners? They condition the condition, monks. Therefore they are called volition or conditioners. This word, they condition the condition. Sankatang abhisankaronti. Sankata is the condition. Everybody agrees that the word sankata is condition. This abhisankaroti is to condition the condition. You see why I say so. And what is the condition that they condition? They condition form as form. They condition form as form. They condition feeling as feeling. They condition perception as perception. They condition volition as volition. They condition consciousness as consciousness. They condition the conditioned, monks. Therefore, they are called conditioners. Now, this word sankhara, here they translate as volitional formations, and which I generally translate as volition. This word sankhara in the five aggregates, sankhara always means volition or free will. Okay? But this term has a general meaning. Here they talk about the general meaning is that it is a conditioner because it conditions other things. So like volition is also a conditioner because when we use our willpower, we condition something, right? You use your mind to do what you want, to change whatever you want, or to. So the mind is a form of conditioner. The volition is a form of conditioner. But I always remember in the five aggregates, the word sankhara refers specifically to volition. Not like here they're talking about a general conditioner. Why monks do you call it consciousness? It cognizes monks, therefore it is called consciousness. And what does it cognize? It cognizes sour, it cognizes bitter, it cognizes pungent, it cognizes sweet, it cognizes sharp, it cognizes mild, it cognizes salty, it cognizes bland, it cognizes monks, therefore it is called consciousness. Well, this one I think you can understand. Therein monks, the learned, noble disciple reflects thus, I am now being devoured by body. In the past too, I was devoured by body in the very same way that I am now being devoured by present body. If I were to seek delight in future body, then in the future too I shall be devoured by body in the very same way that I am now being devoured by present body. Having reflected thus, he becomes indifferent towards past body. He does not seek delight in future body, and he is practicing for revulsion towards present body, for its fading away and cessation. I stop here for a moment. Here he says, I am being devoured by form, or devoured by body. What it means, you are being eaten, you are being scourged, you are being irked, you are being vexed, you are being annoyed by body. So body gives you a lot of suffering. That's why he says, I am being devoured by body, eaten up by body, eaten here and there. So what he's trying to mean is body is a source of suffering. Similarly, he reflects, I am being devoured by feeling, by perception, volition and consciousness. In the past too, I was devoured by these aggregates in the very same way that I am now being devoured by present aggregates. If I were to seek delight in future aggregates, then in the future too I shall be devoured by the aggregates in the very same way that I am being devoured by present aggregates. Having reflected thus, he becomes indifferent towards past aggregates. He does not seek delight in the future aggregates, and he is practicing for revulsion towards the present five aggregates, for the fading away and cessation. Stop here for a moment. So you see, remember that day we read that if a person is practicing for revulsion towards the five aggregates, he is a learner, he's an Aryan disciple. He understands the Dhamma that we should practice for revulsion of the aggregates. What do you think, monks? Is body permanent or impermanent? Similarly, they say impermanent. And what is impermanent? Suffering or source of happiness? And they say it's a source of suffering. And then what is impermanent? Suffering and subject to change. Is it fit to be regarded as this is mine, this I am, this myself? And they say no, verbal sir. So the Buddha goes through the same process of asking each one of the aggregates. They answer in the same way. Then the Buddha says, therefore monks, any kind of body whatsoever, any kind of feeling, perception, volition and consciousness whatsoever, whether past, future or present, internal or external, gross or subtle, inferior or superior, far or near, all the aggregates should be seen as they really are, with correct wisdom thus, this is not mine, this I am not, this is not myself. This is called, monks, a noble disciple who dismantles and does not build up, who abandons and does not cling, who scatters and does not amass, who extinguishes and does not kindle. And what is it that he dismantles and does not build up? He dismantles body and does not build it up. He dismantles feeling, perception, volition, consciousness and does not build it up. Stop here for a moment. Dismantle and not build up means he He practices towards the cessation of the five aggregates, not the building up of the five aggregates in a future life, in a future body and mind. And what is it that he abandons and does not cling to? He abandons body and does not cling to it. He abandons feeling, perception, volition and consciousness and does not cling to it. And what is it that he scatters and does not amass? He scatters body and does not amass it. He scatters feeling, perception, volition, consciousness and does not amass it. And what is it that he extinguishes and does not kindle? He extinguishes form and does not kindle it. He extinguishes body and does not kindle it. He extinguishes feeling, perception, volition, consciousness and does not kindle it. Seeing thus, monks, the instructed or the learned noble disciple experiences revulsion towards body, revulsion towards feeling, perception, volition, consciousness. Experiencing revulsion, he becomes dispassionate. Through dispassion, his mind is liberated. When it is liberated, there comes the knowledge, it's liberated. He understands, destroyed his birth, the holy life has been lived. What had to be done has been done. There is no more for this state of being. This is called, monks, a noble disciple who neither builds up nor dismantles, and who abides having dismantled, who neither abandons nor clings, but who abides having abandoned, who neither scatters nor amasses, but who abides having scattered, who neither extinguishes nor kindles, but who abides having extinguished. And what is it, monks, that he neither builds up nor dismantles, but abides having dismantled? He neither builds up nor dismantles body, feeling, perception, volition and consciousness, but abides having dismantled them. And what is it that he neither abandons nor clings to, but abides having abandoned? He neither abandons nor clings to body, feeling, perception, volition and consciousness, but abides having abandoned them. And what is it that he neither scatters nor amasses, but abides having scattered? He neither scatters nor amasses body, feeling, perception, volition and consciousness, but abides having scattered them. And what is it that he neither extinguishes nor kindles, but abides having extinguished? He neither extinguishes nor kindles body, feeling, perception, volition and consciousness, but abides having extinguished them. When a monk is thus liberated in mind, the Devas, together with Indra, Brahma and Pajapati, pay homage to him from afar. Homage to you, O thoroughbred man. Homage to you, O highest among men. We ourselves do not directly know, dependent upon what you meditate. That's the end of the sutta. So, a lot of these suttas are quite similar, except that here this sutta it explains what you mean by body, what you mean by feeling, perception, volition and consciousness. At the end it says, if a monk has become liberated and become an arahant, even from far away, the devas will pay respect to this arahant.